Hello, my name is Trey Taylor, and as one would expect, I'm a student attending UTSA. I'm a communications major with a concentration in public relations, and I plan to minor in business administration. After I finish with college, I want to pursue a job as a financial advisor with a bank so that I can help people make smarter decisions with their money instead of losing or wasting money blindly. Sometimes a little assistance in the right place can influence changes in people's lives for the better. Now, when I was in high school, I was in this calculus class, and I was one of the top students in the class. But unfortunately, not everyone in the class was doing well, and some of my classmates might not have been able to graduate because of that. Since Texas high schools have the list of requirements to be fulfilled before one's allowed to graduate. And keep in mind, a most good number of students in my class, myself included, were on a magna cum laude plan, which means that we needed to take extra classes before we could graduate or walk the stage. Now, a lot of these classmates were my friends, and I didn't want to see any of them get held back from walking the stage, not if I could, do something about it. And I wasn't the only one that felt the way either. At lunch, occasionally the lunch table talks would be only concerned or filled with worries about graduation because of a failed exam or a non-understanding of the new subject introduced in a previous class. I mean, don't get me wrong, all of the teachers at a school loved their job as an educator, and they wanted nothing more than for each of us to be successful. Well, our students were also the same. We had a very academically competitive class, in a class of almost 900 kids. The top 40% of our class averaged above a 3.5 scale on the 4.0 scale. And the top 10 were also great that they had to be picked out by the 5.0 scale because they all had 4.0s on a 4.0 scale. Anyways, I went and talked to my math professor during lunch one day, and I told her how I felt about my classmates' academic situations. And she suggested to me that I tutor them and help them understand what the teachers couldn't quite translate to them in class or even in their own tutorials. I thought for the most part that was a great idea, but I understood I couldn't be effective by myself. There were too many kids that needed help for just myself to be able to instruct. So before, after, and sometimes during lunch in the school day, myself, along with other students in the classes who were doing well, would tutor students in the class who were struggling or were just unsure on the subject. And come graduation time at the end of the school year, except for 3 kids because they never showed up to class, not one of the students in my class or in any of the other students in taking math classes failed. And looking back in the process, I enjoyed being able to help my fellow classmates succeed. I understand each person is responsible for their own education. I learned that growing up. But if I see someone who is trying their hardest, but can't quite keep up with the others that are ahead of them, I'm gonna try my best to be of some help. I don't know. I think it's just part of being a good person. Now, coming into this class, I do have 3 goals for the class. One of them is to learn to communicate more efficiently. I wasn't always the best with it, but I do try to get better as the time goes on, and I will try to improve. Another goal that I want to improve on is my ability to communicate online. I'm taking this class, obviously, and it's online, so we'll just see how this goes. And my last one would be to contribute effectively to group work assignments. Now, I never had a problem with group work assignments, unless I was the one doing all the work, but I feel like if I can improve in at least a little bit in each of the goals that I set, then I would be successful in this class. Thank you for your time.